everyone, today I'll show you how to create a complete game from start to finish. To begin, press Escape to open the menu, then select Miliastra Wonderland. Create a new project, give it a name, and for this tutorial I'll be using Beyond Mode. This is the game we'll be building together. In this series, I will explain everything feature step by step. Let's start by creating a moving platform. So, first, we need to create our own version. Open the prefab library, save it as a new prefab with a different name, then place the new prefab back into the world. Now, edit the prefab and add basic motion device component. This component is what makes the platform move. Choose the motion type and the loop type that you want. Next, create the starting waypoint and the ending waypoint to define the platform's movement path. If you want to preview the movement before testing the game, simply click the preview button at the bottom of the editor. Next, let's create a pop-up window. Go to Manage UI Control Group, then click Add UI Control Template and select Pop-up. Enter the title and the message you want to display. Next, open Interface Layout and add the template you just created. Now, let's run a test. Now, let's create a skill and a class. Open Combat Preset, then go to the Skill tab. Select Preset Skill and choose Boxing Combo, since this skill doesn't require a weapon. Rename the skill to whatever you want and save it. Next, go to the Player Settings and open the Class tab. Under Normal Attack, select the skill you just created. Save your change, then run another test. Now, let's create a stopwatch. Open Manage UI Control Group, then click Add UI Control and select Timer. Place the timer whenever you want to appear on the screen. Next, change the timer type to stopwatch, then create a specified timer. Create a new global timer and set its type to stopwatch. After that, select the stick entity and add the global timer component. Finally, add the global timer you just created to the component. Now the stopwatch is ready to use. Next, let's create a model that can defeat the player when they touch it. Open the prefab library and create a new empty model. Adjust the size to fit to your obstacle. Then disable initial effective. Next, create a new node grab and build it like this. One important thing to remember is to add a collision trigger to the empty model. Without it, the node grab won't detect collision and won't run. After that, assign the node grab to the prefab and save it. Finally, place the prefab into the world and run a test. Now, whenever the player touches the object, the character will be defeated and automatically respawn at the starting location. Next, let's create an enemy open the prefab library, then go to the creation category and choose the enemy you want. Next, add a VFX component and select any visual effect you like. You can add more than one VFX if you want to create a more impressive effect. To add a sound effect, attach an SFX component to the enemy, then select the sound effect you want to use. Just like VFX, you can combine multiple sound effects to create a richer audio experience. Once everything looks and sounds the way you want, save the prefab and give it a new name. Now let's create a spooky looking prefab. Open the prefab library and choose a broken statue. Next, add a light source component. For a more dramatic look, change the light type to spotlight. Adjust the light direction until it creates the atmosphere you want. You can also change the light color to match the theme or the mood. Once you are happy with the result, don't forget to save the prefab. Now, let's create a score system. Open Combat Preset, then go to Edit Player. Add a new variable named Score and change its type to integer. Next, create a new node graph and name it Score. Arrange the node like this. For the equal node, use the GUID option and copy the GUID from Magukenki. For every variable name in this node graph, use the same variable as we created before. Once everything is set up, save the node graph. Now, let's display the score on the screen. Open Manage UI Control Group, click Add UI Control and add a text. Enter any text you like. To display the player's scores, use Insert Variable and select the score variable. Adjust the text size and position however you like. Then click Save as Template. Finally, add the score node graph to the stage entity. Now, let's run a quick test. As you can see, when you defeat an enemy, the score increases automatically. Now, let's make the player win after defeating 2 enemies. Set up the node graph like this. For the victory condition, set the required scores value. Finally, go to Edit Player and add the Settle node graph. To make the game feel more immersive, let's customize the environment. You can adjust many things, including the sky, the time of day, the size, the color of the moon, the stars, and even the galaxy. Build your stage however you like by adding enemies, obstacles, decoration, and any other entity you want. And this is my final version of my game. Now let's test it. When the stage starts, the pop-up appears correctly and we can close it without any problems. The character can move smoothly across the terrain. The attack skill works correctly, allowing the player continuously attack enemies. Each time an enemy defeated, the score increases automatically. The moving platform also works smoothly without any issues. Now let's continue. Defeat the remaining enemies, climb to the top of the stage and defeat the final enemy. And there we go! Victory! Now it's time to publish your game. Upload your project, then edit the game information. Change the game title, add a cover image, write a description, fill the game details, choose the appropriate tags, and upload some in-game screenshots. Once you finish everything, click Submit. Your game will go through a review process for a short time. You can also export the prefab you create. Open Manage Import and Export, then select Asset Exporting. Next, choose the prefab you want to export by clicking Export Asset. After that, your prefab will be exported and can be imported into another project whenever you want it. So, what do you think? Pretty easy, right? As you can see, you can build a complete game without writing any code. Miliastra Wonderland makes the entire process much simpler, so you can focus on creating your game instead of worrying about programming. That's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!